Did you know that up to 90% of Americans don't know their full family medical history? And that lack of information can literally cost lives. If you're anything like me, you have parents who are likely a part of the baby boomer generation. With the baby boomer generation, it's showing that our parents are getting older. And they are likely not as active as they used to be, and things are slowing down. Maybe you've noticed the house isn't as tidy as it once was, or your dad doesn't spend as much time in his workshop or in the yard. It isn't as well maintained. Maybe your mom is resting more or has stopped cooking full meals. These small changes are early signs that aging is catching up to them. Maybe you've noticed it too. Those first signs that your parents aren't as strong as they used to be. Baby boomers were taught not to talk about things. Maybe this is true in your family. Unfortunately, this can be a hindrance when trying to gather medical information from them. With the advances of documenting family histories, it can be imperative for you to know what the cause of death was for your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, and cousins who have passed, or at least being informed of their medical conditions and their diagnoses. I realize for some families and cultures, this type of conversation happens behind closed doors. Unfortunately, this isn't always helpful, and it's not always for the well-being of other family members. This is just one of the many real conversations we'll be having on our Ask ET Plus channel. I'd like to introduce you to myself. I'm Erika Tice, and I have spent over 30 years in healthcare. And along the way, I've earned my master's degree in healthcare management. I'm an entrepreneur, an advocate, and I'm a humanitarian at heart. And I truly believe it's my responsibility to help you navigate the complicated system with more confidence because too many people get lost in it. Stay with me because I'm going to give you 3 questions you should ask your parents this week to protect your family now and in the future. You'd be shocked how many families don't share diagnoses until it's too late. For example, if your dad ended up with type 2 diabetes and didn't tell anyone and refused to take insulin to control his diabetes, he could end up with uncontrolled diabetes, which has serious consequences. Diabetes is the 8th leading cause of death in the United States. Diabetes can cause loss of eyesight, numbness and tingling in your feet, also known as neuropathy. This means he might step on a sharp object and not even realize it. He could lose his balance because he doesn't have feelings in his feet or toes. Neuropathy affects 50% of people with long-term uncontrolled diabetes. Having uncontrolled diabetes not only has those consequences, but it can cause blood sugar numbers to fluctuate, either upwards, which is called hyperglycemia, or downwards, hypoglycemia. These fluctuations in blood sugar numbers can lead to severe sweating, confusion, disorientation, falls, and passing out, as well as could possibly put your dad in a diabetic coma. The statistics are scary. Almost half of Americans, 39% of whom have at least one family member with diabetes. Diabetes is just one example of a possible ailment that could be happening within your family dynamics that is not being readily shared with others. Are you asking yourself, what's happening to my dad with diabetes have to do with me? This is more reason for you to know your family medical history. The CDC says knowing your family medical history is one of the strongest predictors of your own health risks, even more predictive than lifestyle alone. Furthermore, the CDC also states that knowing your family medical history is one of the strongest predictors of your own health risks, even more predictive than lifestyle alone. Let me translate that. You can eat healthy, walk every day, meditate, drink water, get good sleep, and your genes can still override all of it. A positive family medical history can increase the hereditary risk of certain diseases by 2 to 5 times, depending on the conditions. Today, I am going to arm you with the most current information and guidelines about type 2 diabetes, heart disease, breast cancer, and colon cancer. All of this underscores why understanding your family medical history is so important. Type 2 diabetes, a positive family history, increases by 2 to 3 times, which means if someone in your immediate family, a parent, a sibling, has type 2 diabetes, your chances of getting diabetes are 2 to 3 times than that of someone whose family has no history of it. It does not guarantee you'll get it, but your odds go way up. Heart disease. A positive family history increases by 40 to 70%. This means if heart disease runs in your family, your risk is almost half to nearly double compared to someone whose family does not have it. So, if the average person has a certain chance of heart disease, you have 40 to 70% more risk on top of that. Heart disease encompasses blood pressure, cholesterol, blood glucose levels, and body weight. Breast cancer. A positive history of breast cancer with a first-degree relative. Your risk increases by 2 to 3 times. A first-degree relative means your mother, your sister, or your daughter. If any of them have had breast cancer, your chances are 2 to 3 times higher than someone with no immediate family history. This does not mean you will get it, but it means you should be more proactive with your screenings. Colon cancer. A positive family history of colon cancer increases your risk by 2 times. What this means, if a close family member has had colon cancer, a parent, sibling, or a child, your chances of developing colon cancer double. This means you may need to start colonoscopies earlier and more often than the average person. According to the CDC, nearly 1 in 3 adults has a hereditary health risk they're completely unaware of. The reason family medical history is important is due to these diseases being silent killers. People may feel fine, but without screening, they wouldn't know they were at a higher risk. Certain medical conditions can be passed down through the family genes. Knowing your family history and educating yourself will allow you to make informed decisions about your care, as well as take a proactive approach in your health. Here's where it gets even more important, and most families never talk about this. Now, I'm not here to scare you. However, I am here to tell you the truth, the way I've always done, direct, honest, and respectful. Because I don't sugarcoat reality, and you deserve solid information. These conversations may feel uncomfortable, but avoiding them only makes things harder. If your parents are anything like mine, they don't want you to worry, but that silence can hurt more than it helps. If you have a parent who is non-compliant, such as refuses treatment, skips medications, or avoids screenings, that becomes your emergency later. Not theirs, yours. I've watched adult children get thrown into crisis caregiving overnight because no one talked about what was really happening. There comes a time when decisions need to be made. These conversations aren't easy, but they could save a life. Either you make them for yourself, or a loved one makes those decisions on your behalf. Wouldn't it be better if you were able to decide now, while you have your faculties and are of sound mind and body, how you want your healthcare decisions being made? And the next part might surprise you. When it comes to your health, you are not alone. It takes a team to help manage your healthcare. And this is not just doctors. It's your family, it's caregivers, and it's your friends, and sometimes your neighbors. I would not recommend keeping your health concerns private. Share them with your loved ones and allow them to decide how to handle and process the information on their own. You might be surprised how supportive they might actually be. Families who document their medical history are far more prepared for emergencies, and their loved ones end up with less stress, fewer crises, and better medical outcomes. At the beginning of this conversation, I started talking about our parents aging. Now is the time to get them to open up to you. Talk about these tough conversations before it's too late. You might want to share this video with them to get them to warm up to the idea first. Document everything you can about your family's medical health history, and this includes both your mother's side, which is your maternal, and your father's side, paternal. Keep it in a binder, on a spreadsheet, or in a family medical history questionnaire. The CDC has a downloadable, free family history form. I'll provide a link in the description. Now, here are the 3 questions you should ask your parents this week to protect you and your family. Take time to practice your active listening. Allow them to process what you are asking. Only ask one question at a time. These questions are open-ended, non-confrontational, and they invite storytelling. So, number 1, has anyone in our family had a serious medical condition that I should be aware of? This gently uncovers diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, cancers, strokes, dementia and Alzheimer's, autoimmune diseases, mental health, hereditary clotting disorders, substance abuse or addiction issues, genetic conditions, plus more. Number 2, are you currently managing any health issues that you haven't shared yet? This question helps uncover the silent or private conditions that many baby boomers tend to hide. It's a respectful way to ask without sounding accusatory. This question may uncover conditions such as elevated blood sugars, untreated high blood pressure, mobility changes, medication refusal, mental health issues such as anxiety or depression, chronic pain, overuse of medications, alcoholism. Number 3, if something happened to you and you couldn't make decisions, how would you want your care handled? This protects you and your family and your parent from confusion or conflict later. This opens the conversation about advance directives, preferred hospitals, a DNR, which is do not resuscitate, or full code preferences, and completing a post form. Who they want as a decision maker, what quality of life means to them. Now, if they are open to talking, you could also ask other bonus questions such as, number 1, what medical conditions ran in our grandparents' generation? Number 2, is there anything about our family's health that you think I should document for the future? Number 3, have you had any major surgeries or hospitalizations that I should know about? Number 4, what medications do you take daily? Listen, we only get one shot with the people we love. These conversations matter. If this message resonated with you, please share it with someone who needs this wake-up call. Subscribe to Ask ET Plus if you want more real, honest guidance from someone who has been on the inside of the system for decades. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so hit the like button or leave a comment. Your comments may lead into more discussions for me to address. Until next time, stay well, stay informed, and take care of the people you love. And thank you.